Hi, folks. How are you? Hopefully, you're having a great day. Um, just need to make sure everything is right here. My name's Amanda, and I'm a Simply Flamazing Art and the Creative Course Collab. Let's just get all that out. And then this is 20 minutes of Paint with Me. What is that? It's based on the rule of 100 hours, which says if you do something for 18 minutes a day for 100 hours, you'll be 95% better than anyone in your field. I change it slightly and say if we do something for 20 minutes, because we try to do this Monday through Friday, that we will be 95% better than when we started. Hey, Cindy, how are you? So, I think it was, I don't know what day it was that I last did this. It was, I don't know, forgot what day it was, but it was one day last week. We got this much done on our canvas. And I hadn't told y'all like my inspiration or like what was in my head. Because it's been a little surprise and I didn't necessarily mean to leave you hanging until now. Hey D, but here we are. And so I'm gonna start to trace on what I want this to be. And honestly, the background really doesn't matter for this. It could have been anything. It could have just been a plain background, but I kind of like the idea of having the grass and the sky. So we're going to do that. And now I'm going to just trace on. I want this to take up a fair portion of our background, okay? So I'm going to do it in like this. Okay. And I'm trying to think how this should look. Think like this. And I think like this mainly. Now, I'm not going to care about making it look like it's a square, okay? Because I want it mainly to look like we're looking at it square on. I might have it just a teeny bit high, so I'm actually going to possibly bring it down just a little bit, but we'll see. I'm gonna okay. I think I'm gonna bring it down just a little bit, like right there. And we'll go ahead and we'll go get this part painted on, okay? And I'm going to do this in like a... I want to do this in like a tealy color, I think is the color I want. We'll see. I'm going to start with this color. I may add in some other colors in this. I want this to be really kind of, anyway, kind of to look a little rustic. But it is spring inspired. So we're gonna go with that, okay? How is everyone on this Tuesday? Hopefully everyone's having a good day. Y'all tell me what you got on deck for the day. Anybody got anything fun? Cindy, you hanging out with the grandson? I have missed my 20 minutes of painting, guys. I have missed it. I have definitely missed it. I shouldn't have gone up as high. I said I was going to bring it down. That's okay. We can work with that. Gonna paint. Oh, okay. So go work in the yard. I got to do that myself. I'm not really looking forward to it. If y'all know me, you know I don't really like it, but that's all right. I like to do the pretty stuff. I don't like to do the stuff like get up leaves, cut the grass. We talked about that yesterday, I think. Cut the grass and all that. I think Cindy, you said you were working in the yard yesterday. Yard work never ends, does it? And Dee's gonna paint. What you painting, Dee? What are you painting? Anybody figured out what I'm painting here? Y'all probably have by now, because y'all are good. I have a paint party on Wednesday that I need to do a little prep for. And believe it or not, I've got to get all of that ready. And what I got to get ready, what we're going to paint next month. Not a bench. No, it's not a bench. Although that would be cute. You're still working on the garden gate. Okay. Not a bench. Well, it looks like it could be, doesn't it? That would be cute. I may have to think about doing a bench at some point. Oh, yay. Well, happy birthday. When is your birthday? You say early birthday. So is it someday this week? I think the older we get, the longer our birthdays should go, right? A headboard, not a headboard. That could be possible. Not a headboard. Be outside. But I mean, you can put headboards outside often. I really wanted, when I redid my porch a couple years ago now, a few years ago now, I redid my front porch, the ceiling on my front porch. I wanted to put in one of those big swings that, like, you know, like kind of like a bed swing almost that you lay on. And but my hubby was like, he is like, our porch isn't that big. And it's not. Our porch, we don't have like a really deep porch. We just have like a normal porch, and it's really not that deep. Oh, cool. Well, that's an exciting thing. Um, that's exciting. I got stuff falling off somewhere. Some just fell off. An exciting announcement. Ooh, that like piqued my curiosity. I'm like, I want to know because I nosy. Anyway, all right. So we got this on. Now I'm before I do that, I'm gonna chase on, or not chase on, but draw on, because I'm not chasing anything. Y'all can see that. I'm gonna draw on what is gonna be. I gotta get it right, guys. Give me a second for me to visualize what I want. Okay. 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 I just want to kind of get for size what I want. That might be a little too high. I might need to lower it. Okay. I'm excited for you. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, I'm excited for you because it just feels like great news. And I hope that feeling is correct. I hope that is correct. I'm excited for you. Something like that. Nope. But you're about to find out what it's gonna be. I didn't set my timer, guys. Y'all didn't like remind me to set my timer. Y'all supposed to remind me to set my timer. All right. We're gonna come back and we're gonna work on the thing I just painted. But I'm gonna get this in first. Well, that's the color it's gonna be. A rose, oh, that'd be cute. A rose hat stand would be cute too, but no, not that either. You're about to find out. I'll only have to do like a couple of things in order to in order to for you to know what I'm doing. Okay. Just want to get that on before I do this next step. Right now, I'm only looking for structure issues. That's all I'm looking to, is just make sure like my structure is the way I want my structure to be. And then once I have my structure laid out and it's the way I want it to be, then I'll worry about painting all of the things in. Is it making sense now? You're like, I got it. I got it. Not exactly, but close. Not totally. You at least got part of that right. He's a big, yeah, it's a box. Yeah, it's a box. He's hopped in the box. Now, if Brenda was the one, I don't know. I think I had done this before you found me, Dee, but I did one. It's been back a few years, a bunny like this, but it was in a basket. He had hopped into a garden basket. Um, this is in a box. Slightly just different variation of the one I did. Um, and so I did that, I don't know, a couple years ago now. I guess it has been maybe even longer than that. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look, see if I could find it. Um, and so there's my bunny. And we're just gonna get this layer on, and then I'm gonna call it quits for today. And tomorrow we'll come and we'll give some depth to our bunny. Probably would have been better if I had probably just held off and done the bunny all in one go. but it's okay that this layer dries because you can still kind of see through it a little bit. So I'll put another layer on and do what I was planning on doing with the other color. Um, and then come back and finish up the bunny. But because when this dries back, it's going to dry back and you're going to be able to see all the blue underneath. Hey, Brenda, how are you? I said, hey, Linda, how you doing? I said that you would know, you would have known what this was because you were probably the only one that was with me when I did that one in the basket, the bunny butt in the basket. But you were probably, that's probably been what, probably 3 years ago now. I said a year, but it's, or 2 years ago, but it's probably been closer to 3 years ago that I did that one. This one is just a little different and that it's going to be in a box. You remember it? Yeah. And so I'm gonna have some flowers coming up. I might have done my box. My box might need to be widened a little bit here. Only because my bunny took up a lot of my box, and so I might need to make my box just a teeny bit bigger. And if that's so, that's okay. I can do that. Even though I have these up right here, I can just paint over that. Just paint right on across and broaden it out a little bit. I need a little more space around my bunny. My bunny may have been maybe needed to be like one size, like, you know, a little bit smaller, but I was freehanding it, so not free painting it, but I drew it on first. So I got it maybe just a teeny bit too big, but that's okay. In fact, while I've got this paint out, I might just go ahead and widen out my box a little bit, and then that way we'll be ready to go tomorrow during my live. How are you doing, Brenda? What you been up to today? What you been up to? I'm just gonna and Linda, how about you? What you been doing? Good to see both of you. We're gonna go over just a little bit because I need some room in my box. Go big or go home. Yeah, that's what they say. Go big or go home. Other y'all, as I get older, I ain't against going home. Oh no. Well, I'm glad you're on the upswing planting flower bulbs. What flower bulbs are you planting? Tulips or daffodils or spring bulb, I mean summer bulbs? What kind of bulbs? I'm sorry to Linda to hear that you've been sick, but I'm really glad to hear you're on the upswing. My sister, she's had the flu. She's been getting over the flu. And so she caught the flu. She's finally getting over it. I mean, she's back at work, so she's no longer contagious or anything like that, but she still has coughing and all that. But she works at a nursing home, and unfortunately, things like that, come in there, and she sometimes manages to catch them. So, because it's not like, they'd be like, oh, well, patient has flu. You can't just be like, well, I ain't taking care of her today. I ain't getting near her. Or him. You know, they don't have that option. So do the best you can. Oh, lilies, ranicula, gladiola, and anemone. You like making me stretch my vocabulary. I know the flowers, I just don't always know how to pronounce them correctly. And I probably did not pronounce them correctly. Um, I love gladiola. They're one of my favorites. They do remind me a lot of funeral flowers, but they're still like one of my favorites. And it does kind of look like a fence, doesn't it? But really, it's supposed to be a box. So we're going to make it look like a wooden crate box is the idea, that this is supposed to be like a wooden crate box. And of course, this is going to get like, you know, maybe covered up with something. I don't know. I don't know what I want to put in there yet. But it's going to be like a wood crate box. That's the idea of it. That is my vision of this. It's like a crate box. So we're gonna de-stress it and all the things. And so we'll see. We'll see. But we'll worry about de-stressing it and all of that when I come back. I am going to use up a little bit of this white because number one, I don't have much white, and I really don't want to see that white go to waste. So I'm just going to use a little bit of that white right now, and just while I have it, do a little bit of de-stressing on my boards with that white instead of letting that go, letting that dry, and then not having any and then having, well, I mean, I have some, but like, you know, letting that waste. We don't need to waste it, right? You don't have a whole lot, like, don't waste it. And I got plenty of white, don't get me wrong, there's plenty upstairs, but I don't have much downstairs. Most of my paint for my paint party stays upstairs because that's where I work on most of the stuff upstairs for the paint parties, like packing my bags and stuff. Because it's just easier than like dragging stuff up and down the steps. And so my spare bedroom upstairs houses a lot of that stuff. For my paint party. So these paints that I'm using are mainly upstairs. Okay. So we de-stressed it a little bit there. We'll come back and we'll add on more de-stressing, more color to our box and de-stressing it. But that's all we're going to do today. We got our bunny on. We got our box on. We're going to figure out what's going to be in here. I don't know yet. We'll figure out. How many easels do I have? I have, well, tabletop easels. I have like, in total, I have, I think somewhere around 60. So, something like that. Hey, Jenny, how are you? Oh, thank you. I just saw you pop on. So yeah, I have like 60 tabletop easels. Something like that. maybe more, but the ones I use, the metal ones. So, yeah, the largest paint party I did was 63 people. Um, and so I have some wooden ones that are really heavy and I don't really like, and so I have a few of those, so I'm not counting those. But my, metal ones are like I have 60. I think that's right. I'm pretty sure. Um, so when you order them, you have to order them in, like, lots of 3, I think, and so I think that's what I have. I think I have 60. So anyway, um, but yeah. So this is where we're at, and this is 20 minutes of paint with me, and so I painted a little bit longer, but it has been a few days, so it all works out, right? But now I have a thing at 1, so I gotta get off, hop off now. But tomorrow we'll be back. We'll de-stress our box a little more. Now that I extended it and made it a little bigger, I've got room for what I want to add with my bunny. And I'll figure out what we're gonna put in here to make it look more like a box and less like a fence. Okay. You're like, oh my God, I know, right? It takes a lot. But you know, anyway, y'all have a great rest of your night, or rest of your day. It's not night. I will see you later. Oh, I'm going to show you. I will come live at some point and we will finish out what I started last night in the patchwork of friendship quilt squares. We painted that on last night. This is being done for Chris Hunter. And I'll probably come live and finish this at some point before the end of the month, because I've got to mail that out at the end of the month. Y'all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you later. Talk to you later, Jenny. Good to see you. Oh, thank you, Dee. Thank you. Thank you, Linda. I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Bye.